there, I'm Lisa Doyle with J-Rock with Realtors, and I am here today with some very special guests. Thank you so much for joining me.
Our pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. Now, I wanted to share, I've brought these ladies in to share some information about a business that they provide. We have a lot of clients who are maybe aging. We have a lot of clients where it's their parents, our current clients, they want help with their parents. And so you guys, of course, provide a wonderful service, and we'll explain that. But I want to bring you some information that will really help you to prepare. So now tell us the name of your company.
It's TCS, stands for The Clutter Specialists.
Okay.
And we specialize in professional organizing and senior move management, helping people downsize.
Perfect. And I think a lot of what we get is, clients that will come to us and maybe they are in a place where they're not physically, they feel like they can't handle the whole move. They're overwhelmed with this house full of stuff, years and years of accumulated. What do I do to make this downsize? So I know you guys actually, your company handles kind of a two-tier type of thing. So explain the whole initial helping them organize, declutter, and then the whole estate, selling their items if that's what they need help with as well. So talk to us about that a little bit. Well, actually, you know what? How rude of me. First, tell us your first names.
My name is Carrie.
And I'm Sandy.
And Sandy, thank you. Sorry about that.
And we always start with a consultation. We sit down with the client to find out what their needs are, what they're really looking to do. And as you talk to them and they communicate their concerns, and I think so many people become overwhelmed with the sheer volume of physical labor involved with downsizing. And then if they're moving, that's a whole other facet. But even staying in their present home, but a lot of times we're finding that our clients are moving from a larger home to a smaller home. What do we take? And it is overwhelming.
How do we manage this entire 40 years of accumulated stuff?
And so we gently guide them through that process with a great amount of respect for people's belongings and what's important to them, but also educating them that Grandma's china that you've been hanging on to for decades is made in China, and it doesn't perhaps have the volume, the value that you had thought. And humor is a great stress reliever, and we use a lot of that in our work.
A lot.
We travel with
use a lot of that.
And we travel with meltdown protection, so there's always good chocolate close by.
That's right.
Let's sit down, have a treat, and breathe.
Well, and you know what a lot of people have done too is we of course have been in business in this area for a long time, and so a lot of our clients over the years, they've been in their homes for many, many years, and they think even though they don't want to move, they want to organize their home because they don't want their kids someday to take on this big project. Right. So it's like, how do I help my family prepare? So there's so many reasons why your services are so great, for those that really want to move and can't handle the sheer volume, like you said, of the entire process.
And a lot of people struggle with clutter at any age, but it does accumulate. And it's we have had so many clients that have that moment where they wish they had have done it so many years ago, and now they've done it, they feel like, wow, we're moving forward, we've got some space to breathe. Sometimes, one partner's like, well, now we have room to do this, and then there's a whole new...
And I think, Lisa, too, if you, in business, you know this from being a successful realtor, everything has to have a plan. And when you have a plan and a foundation, it makes it very easy to understand. So what we do is, on the initial consultation when we go in, we walk them through step by step what the plan is. We even lay out a work schedule so they know from day to day what's going to happen.
That's wonderful.
We're working with a lady right now that we're doing an estate sale for. She's moving from a very large home. She has an elderly husband who is in poor health, and she's got to move things. I mean, she's got to get space cleared out and so on. And when we originally met with her, she was in absolute overwhelm. Overwhelm comes up a lot in our business.
Oh, yeah.
So after we sat down, had an initial, and by the way, the consultation, there is no charge for that, because we really want to start a relationship and want to start a good feeling of trust. And trust is huge in our industry.
Well, I wanted to share quickly, too, and I want you to continue with your thought. I read an article recently, which is the timing here is so good, because the article talked about estate sales and how there have been so many cases where companies will come in that you can't trust. And the older people, they sell all their items, and the people leave with their money. it's just not a regulated field.
Right.
So having someone like you that people know that they can trust, and I wanted to bring our clients and our friends and customers your
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
So now
you.
share the estate part. Talk about that.
So anyway, we're working with her, and when we initiated the conversation with her, you're right, she had no idea where she wanted to start.
Right.
So we asked lots of questions, had her walk us. We had them walk us through their home and just talk with us. We just talk, okay? And in that process, they start to get a feeling for us. We start to get a feeling for them. Some people are very quick decision makers. Some people hesitate a long time. It's individual.
Yeah.
So, to ask us what each job, how do we do this? Well, we do it by being a personal assistant for them to move through this emotional process. So anyway, we started talking to her, and in the midst of all this, and they get very excited because they start to feel like, oh, I have help.
Yeah, they're making progress.
Somebody's coming to rescue me.
Exactly.
Okay. So anyway, we went, and then after we did the initial assessment, and we usually take pictures and we ask their permission,
Sure.
so we can start to kind of analyze what we have to work with. Then we went back, put a plan together for a work schedule, a fee schedule, after talking to them about their budget, and then we present that. Believe it or not, everybody we've worked with so far has gone right along with what we said needed to be done.
Move forward.
And that's a great compliment to both. It's a great compliment to them for being able to make those decisions, but it's a compliment to us because I think we really do. We're three women. Our other business partner isn't here today.
Right.
She is the mastermind for our advertising, our administrative things. She posts a lot of things on the internet for us if that's
Right.
what we need.
Right.
Carrie and I are more of the physical, the hands-on people that meet with the client and do a lot of the physical labor with assistance. But I think because three of us are women, we do tend to have a very nurturing demeanor with our clients. So
people's homes are, we've experienced this always. It's a very emotional, very, people are so connected. It's a very hard thing to move through. So
George Carlin, I don't know if you know the old comedian.
I do.
He used to do the whole thing on your stuff.
Right.
And we move our stuff from here to here, and our stuff is very important to us, and
Right.
it's all about our stuff. So we help get rid of stuff that they can understand is not functional anymore, and then their life can run easier.
And then you're there to do the estate sale if they need, right? To help them
Yes.
sell their items
Absolutely.
if indeed that's something that they would like, which you help them
Absolutely.
price and organize, and that's wonderful.
And that can be done one of several ways. That can be done on-site, it can be done off-site, and again, it's all determined by what the customer's needs are.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's so wonderful. And thank you so much for sharing
You're
your
welcome.
wonderful business. And again, tell them the name of your company and how they reach you.
it's TCS,
Right.
The Clutter Specialists, and you can reach us at 925-209-4262. And we also have a set of brochures, and we'll leave some with you. So if any of your clients, you're out there and anybody asks, we've got it all laid out for
Call
you.
me anytime, and I will get them your information. And give us a call, of course, if you have any questions. And my personal number is 925-890-7443. I look forward to seeing you soon.